Today, the hashtag verycoolguys are going to show you how to create a custom laminate windowsill using medium density fiberboard and a sheet of Wilson art laminate.
These are the things you'll need, the ingredients, so to speak. First off, a tape measure. Second, a straight edge. Third, a saw, preferably one with power. Fourth, a drill, once again, preferably a power drill. 5, a palm router. 6, some clamps. 7, a paintbrush and a roller with a paint tray and a liner. 8, contact adhesive. We use Wilson Art H2O, as you can see here. 9, a laminate sheet. I'm using a Wilson Art laminate sheet, shown here. 10, medium density fiberboard. 11, a couple wood dowels. 12, a broom and a dust pan. The last 3 things, maybe a good helper, or really doesn't even have to be good, maybe just a helper. As you can see here, the hands of a surgeon shown here, and some pretty badass music. Helps.
Why aren't you on Mikey? Mikey inherited some good traits, but one very bad trait from one of my best friends. He has a bad habit of touching the walls.
First off, you want to start by getting your correct measurements with the tape measure. Then once you have the measurements, you're going to mark them on your MDF board in the correct spots. After that, after you're all measured up, you got your marks made, you're ready to start cutting down the MDF board to size to fit your windowsill or whatever space you're trying to cover. Once you have all the pieces you need to cut down to size, you're ready to start lining up your sheets of laminate to cut. So to secure the MDF board down in place, we drilled a couple holes in it, as you can see here, and then we screwed it down in place so it wouldn't move on us. Next, we lined up our edges on the laminate sheet as close as possible to begin routering around it, and we secured the laminate sheet in place with a couple clamps, as you can see. Now once the laminate's in place and secured, you're ready to router. If you watched our new video, it was the rigid router versus the Makita router. You would know that Makita is definitely the way to go. Make sure to check out that video. I'm going to put a link to that video in this video. You might have to go back and forth a couple times. I know I watched him and he did, to get the desired result. And you want to do this over and over until you have enough pieces of MDF board and enough laminate sheets to cover everything. So just repeat this process as many times as needed, and you should be good. Now when you have all your pieces cut and routed, you want to cut some excess off to cover the fronts and sides. Okay, now you can separate your sheets and your MDF board. Just remove the screws and it should come free. Okay, now you're going to take your MDF board and put it in place where you're planning to put it. Line it up and start taking measurements where it's safe to drill and screw it in place, because you're going to have to screw your MDF board in place to keep it secure. And what we did is we marked some lines, and we marked a safety zone where it's safe to drill and safe to screw. And also, you want to make sure you're using the right type of screws. We were drilling into hat track, so we had to use metal screws. Once you have those holes marked up and you drilled some holes through your MDF board, put it back in its place, in its home, send it home, and you're gonna drill it in place now. Or you're gonna screw it in place, my bad. You're gonna screw it down in place. Now it's time to break out the paintbrushes and the roller, as well as contact adhesive. We use Wilson Art H2O contact adhesive. It's expensive, but it's worth it. As you'll hear in this video, there's reasons why. And what you're going to do is you're going to start spreading it thin to win. And you're going to spread it on both the sheet and the MDF board to get a tight seal. You want to wait for it to dry a little bit, tack up before you start to put your sheets in place. And now you're going to put some wooden dowels on top of your MDF board, and you're going to slide your laminate sheet on top of the wooden dowels. And once you have it lined up, edges correctly, you're going to start removing the wooden dowels one by one. And what will happen is you'll smooth out the laminate sheet on top of the MDF board, and it'll stretch out and cover the whole thing. Now once you have it covered, you're going to roll it out to get a nice tight seal. You're going to do the same thing with the ears and the front plate. Put it on there, roll it out, and if you have any edges sticking up like we did, you're going to router them off as shown here. Now what do you choose as far as
Yeah, what are we going to do with the rest of this $120 a gallon?
I'm going to pour it away and get it out there.
Thank you.
$120 a gallon?
Yep.
Does it come with mace already?
It's pretty absurd.
It's absurd. It's a great product. You got a great product, you charge.
Is the bucket dipped in gold?
Tell you what, when you got a school full of little kids and you need to do lamination, you either have contact cement and have little kids hacking and coughing and their parents coming and friggin', yelling and screaming at you, or you use $120 a gallon Wilson Art water-based contact adhesive with no VOC. That's what I'm going to go for. That's what I'm going to go for.
Like when you want to get a palm router?
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We got new videos coming out every week. And thanks, guys.